the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
All right, I want to go to a conversation that I'm a bit frustrated with.
I'm about sick and tired of this.
I want to say this right now because I'm neutral on this situation because I see both sides. I'm talking about Caitlin Clark and the conversation regarding Caitlin Clark. So there's two sides to this. Actually, it might be even three sides to this. There's the side of a lot of people are getting sick and tired of the media and the amount of attention that is going towards Caitlin Clark's way, right? And then there's the other side where it's a bunch of people that are mad that there are a lot of people that are crying about, oh, the players, they're being so tough on Caitlin Clark, like they keep doing all. They should be appreciative of Caitlin Clark. That side of people are tired of those people pretty much saying that. And then there's the side of people that are they're making it a gender race war type of thing where it's like, oh, it's only the reason why the WNBA is what it is because she's this white, she's white and all this other stuff. And I'm getting sick and tired of it, man. I'm getting sick and tired of it because just let her hoop. Just let her hoop. There's so many different sides, so many people complaining. And it seems like it really sort of went out of control when LeBron started talking about it. And when he brought up his situation and how he feels like he understands what Caitlin Clark is going through and how there's going to be a lot of jealousy. There's going to be a lot of envy coming from the players. And he brought up the point about how when he came into the league, his teammates were a bit jealous, envious of him. They spoke out about it before he got drafted. I mean, I think it was Carlos Boozer. I think it was what's his name? I forgot it. He does a podcast now. I forgot his name. But it was a bunch of players that spoke out about it. And with Caitlin Clark, you look at some of the games and you're saying, damn, like she's getting pushed around. They not playing around with her. But that's just the nature of the game. Mm-hmm. And then Charles Barkley really ignited it all when he was like, y'all women are petty, yada, yada, yada. And
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Here's my thing. I think this is all make-believe. I think this whole conversation around WNBA players being jealous of Caitlin Clark is not true.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Well, I say maybe it is true, but we don't know. There's no evidence behind it. The only thing we've gotten is from former WNBA players and Diana Taurasi and her comments on it. So Cheryl Swoops, Lexi Brown, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and I may be missing somebody. But those are the only women that were either former players or current players talking about Caitlin Clark and saying it's going to be an adjustment period. But those were fair criticisms because they were talking about her game and how it will translate into the game and the difficulty that she may see once she gets into the WNBA. Those were fair criticisms. That had nothing to do with her as a person. That has nothing to do with gender, with race, or anything like that. Okay, so then we fast forward in time, and I just see so many people bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with basketball. And that's where the conversation lies. And I'm seeing all of this, and a lot of it is people on Twitter in the comment section. And we have to admit, a lot of the people that are talking are people in our race. Black men, black women, but
they don't even watch the WNBA either.
Exactly. But it's not just them. There are other people. There are other critics. But a lot of the people that are complaining are people that are you and me because she's white and she's bringing a lot of attention to the WNBA and a lot of black women that were also great in WNBA feel like they're not getting their just dues. They're not getting their shine for what they've done and what they are going to do, like Angel Reese. I see a bunch of that going on. And then I see women in the media talk about it as well. That's where I've seen the whole conversation and why it's so toxic. That's the reason behind it. And we put too much stock in these Twitter accounts with 1,000 followers and think that it's relevant to real life and what people think about Caitlin Clark, because that's just not the case. What is your thoughts on the conversation revolving around Caitlin Clark as we stand today?
I think it is disingenuous on both sides of the spectrum. The side where they want Caitlin Clark to just absolutely dominate, like that's not how the league works. Even LeBron missed the playoffs his first 2 seasons before he really started going on a crazy run. Michael Jordan had to go through his lumps in the league when he came in. It just happens. Everybody isn't going to be a hooper straight or going to perform well straight out the gate. You know, it even took even in other sports it's like that. You know, NFL, it took Brady a little minute. You know, it takes a minute to be great. Mm-hmm. So that's just what it is. You're going to have to go through the learning curves. And I don't know what these other people who are expecting them to treat Caitlin Clark like that whole Charles Barkley comment. It was nonsense in my opinion. He's talking like she like the messiah of the WNBA or something. Like, relax, buddy. She just got drafted this year. Mm-hmm. And it's just disingenuous. And on the other end, you got the people that's vehemently rooting against Caitlin Clark for whatever reason, whether it be racial or gender, whatever you want to call that Twitter BS. But it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, seriously, I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I just want to see basketball play. And the reason why it's so disingenuous, they're not even highlighting the other players. They're just so keyed in and focusing on her. Mm-hmm. It's so disingenuous. That's how you tell who really is a fan of the sport and who's just in it to push some kind of agenda or narrative. It's absolutely disgusting in my opinion, and I can't rock with it at all.
They're hijacking the sport.
And it's good that the WNBA has more eyes on the game, but this is also what comes with it. Mm-hmm. The foolishness. You got the other side of NBA Twitter where people not even watching the games. They just looking at box scores and being like, oh, this person sucks. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not watching the games. And the whole Aaliyah Boston situation where she had to deactivate her social media because of the backlash or whatever, because she isn't playing particularly well, because it seems like her confidence is shot as of right now. Mm-hmm. But like, we not, are we even 6 games into the season?
No, we're not.
Like, come on now. Like, let's just pump the brakes. The Indiana Fever were the number 1 pick team for a reason.
Yeah, in back-to-back years.
So, like, can we just relax, please?
And she's playing, for a rookie, she's playing well, actually.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the rookies are playing well.
Yeah.
But we ain't see where they post at.
I've seen a lot of posts regarding Cameron Brink and her defensive prowess, her ability to get blocks and get steals. And Angel Reese, she's making some buzz, but not to the degree, obviously, of a Caitlin Clark, because of just how polarizing she is.
I say it's disingenuous, because the people that so vehemently against Caitlin Clark, they're not even propping up any other players to show that, hey, there's multiple people we could talk about. They're not even doing that. Mm-hmm. So, like, what exactly are you? What is your goal here?
Just to spark up controversy, they just want attention. That's all it is.
You gotta watch out for them agents of chaos, man. Them I Am Legend monsters ain't gonna do you no good. I promise you. You gotta ignore them people.
Caitlin Clark is averaging 17 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and 1.2 steals as a rookie.
That's good.
That's good. Like, what are
we
doing?
Need to get them turnovers down, but hey.
Yeah, them turnovers are egregious. But for a rookie, first 5 games in the league. Actually, 6 games, excuse me. She's doing well.
Y'all have to, and here's the thing that people don't realize. It's such a big adjustment period for these rookies that come into the WNBA, because their college seasons ended like not even a month before the draft. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, the championship game happened, and then boom, they was getting ready for the draft the next week. Mm-hmm. Like they're playing on tired legs,
Yeah.
especially if you went to college where you go deep into the tournament on the year-to-year basis. Like you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't get an off season. As soon as you finish that championship game, boom, straight to draft. Then we going straight to workouts, preseason. Now we play like you don't know how fatigued these players are.
Yeah, and she's playing for a rookie for her scenario. She's playing good. She's still showing that her game translates to the league. Like a lot of the stuff that she did in college, she's doing it in the WNBA. And for people to just continuously criticize her for stuff that has nothing to do with basketball, it's just egregious in itself. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all sides. It's because there's like all different sides of the spectrum that are criticizing her or trying to defend her, but defending her in a way that's just weird.
And it's stupid because they're not even looking at it from an athlete's perspective. Like, yes, Caitlin Clark has done great things for the attention of women's basketball, but these players, they got families to feed.
Yeah.
They gotta put food. What Michael Irvin say, when a man goes up against a man, or when a woman goes up against, you gotta look that woman in the face and say, I wanna beat that one right there. I wanna look into her soul and say, I wanna feed my kids more than she wanna feed. That's what it is. Athletes are prideful people.
Yeah.
You ain't about to take food off my plate. I don't care who you supposed to be. It's me versus you versus when we on that court. It's that simple. Who wants to feed their families more?
Yeah.
Especially in the W, it's the hardest league to maintain a roster spot on.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah. They just had I think 2 expansion teams, Golden State and in Toronto as well. So salute to them. The game is expanding. The game is getting a lot better. It's becoming nationwide now.
You saw how those Aces players reacted to getting a $100,000 sponsorship.
No, I didn't.
They act like they just got $1 million. I'm like, that's crazy. So yeah, they gonna be competitive. They ain't giving up their spot. You kidding me?
No, they're gonna have to work for it.
Exactly.
She's gonna have to work for it every night. She's gonna have to understand that this spot is not guaranteed. That the league is still not at a point where you're afforded that luxury.
You don't get a few years to figure it out.
No, you got to do it now. And the fact that she had to play in college, a deep run in the NCAA tournament, play in the championship game, and then turn around and have to prepare for the WNBA, like not even 2 months, 8 months.
Not even a month.
Yeah, and then she's doing this on this stage. You got to tip your hat on that. And that's all I'm going to say when it comes to that. I'm not going to bring up all this other banter and BS nonsense.
Keeping the basketball.
LeBron James, what he said, he stick to basketball. He was absolutely right on that matter. He spoke about something that revolves around basketball and his situation. He was the chosen one. He was this big name coming out of high school. Caitlin Clark, she's gotten all this attention. She's got all this bravado, all this other stuff. She transcends the sport, just like with LeBron. And he can speak on that issue. He can speak on that stuff. And he was right. And he wasn't out to disrespect anybody. Did he have any evidence to back up what he's saying? No. But if you watch the games, I mean, it's very apparent that the women are making, sending a message out to Caitlin Clark. It ain't going to be easy. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like it. I like the competitiveness. I like that the women are going out of their way and saying, hey, it ain't going to be sweet up in here. I remember.
You got to earn your stripes.
I remember Lonzo Ball had all that attention coming out of college. First game in the league, Patrick Beverly was like, yo, it ain't easy up in here. It ain't sweet. All that stuff you doing in college, all that stuff you doing on the internet, when you go in the NBA, it's gonna be like this every night.
And Wemby had to earn his stripes too.
And that's fine, bro. There's a learning process. You're gonna have to deal with it. And guess what? She's still learning, but right now she's doing a hell of a job in the process of learning. Although she's made so many mistakes, although she has the most turnovers in Fever history, she's still learning. She's still playing particularly well for a rookie. And I tip her hat.
And all the people on either side, I want y'all to do simple. Tell me what the Indiana Fever's offense is. If you can tell me what the Fever's offense is, then I'll maybe consider some of this nonsense. But until you can tell me what the offense is, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. It's just unnecessary criticism. It's unnecessary back and forth. Just let her play. You can criticize her game. You can criticize that, but everything else is just unnecessary. It's really just people searching for attention. That's really what it is. And we have to stop giving these Twitter accounts with 1,000 followers all this attention and thinking that their voice matters, because it doesn't. That's until we do that, then we're going to still have this issue going on for the remainder of the year. And I'm done with it, just like with you. And I just want everybody to just focus on her game and to appreciate the WNBA. Because remember, the group chat that we're in, somebody posted it was this woman who's averaging like 25 a game.
On the Dallas Wings?
Yeah, and she's playing great basketball. But nobody's talking about her because everybody is complaining about what Caitlin Clark is doing. And it's just she hasn't said anything. She's just playing the game. She's just chilling. And people are just taking sides. It blows my mind. Like, it's just this girl who's just playing the game and she's doing nothing. She's just playing the game and people are just out here taking sides against her. It's just a nasty word.
Man, the Mystics are terrible.
Yeah. I want to go to
Just let me be.